I had a 2.5. I was
My
destined to
bad.
lose.
I apologize.
I swear to goodness, if nobody has a pair, my little pair of twos would have won this battle. I'm crying.
Can we talk about this word females? What are y'all thoughts on it?
Ooh.
Females? What, the word?
I'm getting a little bit too excited about this.
Like referring to women as females.
Oh, I refer to males as males.
Hold up. Wait.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let's clear this up. Why are you taking your chips?
That has
Nah,
pronouns.
Oh my.
Where you pair at, bro?
Brian had no pairs.
All right. Take your chips.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, Monica, before we even have discussion, I want to say,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an issue with saying the word male?
I honestly, Jaquan just using the word female and male in the same sentence was the first time I've ever heard that. Because I feel like usually it's always females and men or females and guys.
Nah, not with me.
Jaquan refers to both equally, but most of the time it's just women who are referred to as females.
Right. Go ahead, Malik. You sound like you about to say something.
No, I was just saying, in my opinion, it's like if you're going to refer to people as failing.
Fail.
Damn.
Yo, somebody edit that out.
No. Keep that in the clip. Keep that in the clip.
Somebody edit
We're gonna
that out,
specifically
Bloopers.
cut this clip.
Bloopers.
All right.
Anyway, Malik,
Yes.
continue.
So if you're referring to it in the same sentence,
Yes.
I feel like if you're gonna say male, don't and associate the word female in it. I don't think you should just be changing up, be like, all right, female and guys.
Yeah, no, I say the same.
Ladies and males. To me, it makes no sense in that sentence.
Like if I say man and woman, now I'm gonna say man and woman. Like this woman and this man, this male, this female. You know what I mean? Simple as that. Just address it as this. This trans
this dog,
woman, this
this
trans man. Exactly as they want to be addressed is how we address them to show respect to that person. But I do see your point, Monica. There tends to be that stupidity of where it's like, oh, this female, but then this man, as if you're trying to put the woman in this derogatory kind of position. Like, I don't know what's up with that. It's nonsensical to me. Just treat everybody the same. That's how I feel about it.
I must say.
Yeah, that's the thing. That term female to me just sounds derogatory. Because also, like, female is adjective. So, like, female what? Like, female dog? Like, anything is a female. Like, anything can be a
male dog, male like mantis, like a male roach.
So I will say, so when I hear male and female, I obviously think of the scientific definition, just one being able to breed a child and then one producing a seed. So that's what I think of. But in Monica's case, I definitely get the apprehension to using the word female. Because if you're specifically singling out female and then you're saying men, like that's spiteful.
That's what I'm saying.
That's purposeful.
Because
so
it's showing
case,
a bias towards the male side by saying men, as if you're showing respect to the male, but not to the female side of things by not saying a woman or addressing that person as a woman, showing respect to their status, right? Because obviously, an adult female could address them as a woman, right? A child female, a girl, you know what I mean? But then if you're saying, then you see an adult woman and everybody's calling that person a girl, as if you're trying to call them a child or something like that, belittling them. That's not what we're doing here. It's all about respect.
It's funny because we did have a discussion recently actually about pronouns. It's kind of funny. He's kind of funny. We had that. I do feel like people do read into this stuff too much.
Yes, they do. That's my ish.
But people can. Yes, you can be spiteful with this. There's no doubt about it.
Yes.
But I think at the end of the day, everybody has their preferences when it comes to pronouns. I feel like as long as you're not spiteful with it. See, I don't want to get into the whole politically correct issues.
I'm not about that PC-ish.
But again, if you're into
all right, bottom line, there's some people who agree with it, and there's some people who don't. Point blank, period.
But I feel
right. But then,
I feel like it's
what do
very
you say then?
overthought.
Right.
What is the way to mitigate issues?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask Monica.
Yeah,
I'm gonna address it the way I was taught to address it in school, because you actually need some type of way. Like, for example, right? Here's an example I always use a lot when I'm in this conversation. Let's say somebody was walking down the street, right? And this is just hypothetically speaking. And you saw a woman or you saw a man who like dropped their wallet on the floor. Wallet on the phone. You hear me, y'all? Their wallet on the floor or something. They was about to keep going. And then you pick it up and you're like, "Excuse me, sir," or "Excuse me, ma'am."
Right.
If you turned around and said, "Did you just address me when I'm trying to be nice to you?" Yeah. Now what? You just put me on the spot and you just made me freeze up and I'm over here trying to help you. Now would I be wrong if I just kept your phone or your wallet?
I mean,
in my opinion, nope.
Yes, but
I
get
mean,
you for feeling the way you
obviously,
feel.
right. You just gotta be. You just go to respectful route there. Didn't mean
Again,
to
not trying to disrespect people who think like that, but it's like you put everybody in a position where there's literally no way to talk to you at some point. At some point, you have to like realistically be able to speak to you. How do I even address you? How do I get you to turn around?
Yeah, that's a more niche.
If I never talk, if I never talk to you a day in your life, I don't know you from the hole in the wall. But there's a situation or a circumstance where I need to address you. And all I can go by is what you look like. You're across the street. I got to warn you something, or I got to tell you something's about to happen, or I got to like tell you, watch out, whatever the case may be. How do I address you then if I don't know your proper pronoun per se? Excuse me, human. Now you don't identify as a human. Now what?
Yeah,
what do I say?
I don't know exactly.
What do I say?
That's the thing. it is ridiculous
I'm not trying
that.
to be rude or disrespectful. What do I say to you?
It is ridiculous that we do have where in scenarios where that happens. We pretty much just have to go off of what we see, the base assumption. And then if
that's
they say
the perspective they get upset about.
No. All they have to do is just simply say what they are in that instance, and you show respect to them there. Or like if you think it was
if
a girl,
only all people
then,
were like that, so that you can
girl,
address them properly. Because then you get some people, they take full on offense and then they're ready to fight you. But
that's
don't call me that. I am not a.
No, they should just simply say exactly like,
if they could get offended, that's one thing.
Yeah.
If you take it to the point where you're ready to fight, I'm not holding myself responsible for what happens to you.
But obviously, it shouldn't get into a violent confrontation. But the main
Let me
thing
put it that way.
Yeah, but the main thing we can say here is that more or less it's within those groups to not be offended off rip and just simply say, just address what they're like. If you said excuse me, sir, and then it ended up being a female in that instance, then they simply just say, what they are. It's ma'am. That's it. It's nothing crazy. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a common mistake.
Very
Sometimes
simple.
you can mistake somebody for something else.
Yes,
like
Brighton
that.
did it.
But if you see, like, listen,
when did that happen?
That's what I want Brighton to say after Dante.
But if you see, like, in a circumstance where you clearly saw, like, feminine features, like, the chest, the whole
No, we
frame,
understand
all that,
exactly why
and then
you would say
said,
that.
excuse me, ma'am, and they turn around, oh, I'm a... Now
Exactly.
like,
all they have to do is say that.
Excuse me. I'm not even going to finish. It's just, all right, that's what you are, cool. I'm going to say, excuse me, anyway.
Yeah. You simply just show respect like you would to anybody else. That's it. Oh, once they correct you, then you just simply go, you know what I mean?
We all checked Dante.
I was about to say.
Continue, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. You simply just show that respect. If they say they are this, then you be like, oh, I'm sorry. And then you just say, you know what I mean? You just go about the scenario. It's not crazy.
Yeah, I kind of moving.
Brighton, you about to say it?
Well,
Brighton.
I'm reluctant to say it, but I will. But before that, I just want to say, I'm moving the same way. It's kind of...
Who's still in the game with me?
Nobody.
Take chips.
Yo, I haven't won a single round. So
Exactly.
I'm with you. People should,
Yes.
if they feel a type of way about what you said, they should correct you. Say, this is how I prefer to be called.
Yes.
And keep it pushing. I'm with you on that because I'm fine to
Exactly.
correct myself. I have no problem apologizing.
No.
And I'm correcting myself.
That's the sad part when we deal with those who are kind of quick to be offended due to stuff that they've dealt with. It's just like you want it to be treated more fairly, right? And yet, you're quick to snap on people. That doesn't help a situation. It's quick to cause an argument, as Dante's examples were, even though obviously nobody wants to cause nothing crazy. We were simply trying to rectify a problem here. Oh, you dropped something. I came to give it to you. Now I'm in some argument about me saying, you're the wrong gender.
5 greens.
And I'm just like, I was just simply trying to give you your wallet back. It wasn't that serious. Just correct me. You know what I'm saying? And I show that respect to you. I apologize. Didn't mean to do that. Say exactly what you are. Pass on your item. Enjoy the rest of your day.
That leads me to my next question now, right? Monica had pointed out before about the whole addressing woman as female. Even though I personally try my best not to do it. Like earlier, if I did it, excuse me for being a hypocrite, but like earlier when I was naming some examples, I was trying my best to say men and women. I wasn't trying to say male and female.
Yeah.
I understand that. I get that in retrospect. I understand it completely.
All right.
But let's say now I'm walking down the street, right? Me being a man and everything, right? Me being the man that I am. And then someone says, oh, I identify, but I'm seeing a woman figure, woman body. I'm choosing my words carefully. But me being a man, hear them say, oh, I identify as one. In the back of my head, now personally, I got a question for the guys. How do you feel about somebody who's not biologically the same as you putting the label?
You just had to go here.
I don't care.
I don't.
I don't care.
I don't really care either. You choose whatever.
Pretty much.
If that's what you choose to take, then that's it. I just address you as you wanted me to address you. That's all.
Listen, it's plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
I
skin
was
off
just
of my back.
That's
It
what
might
I'm
be.
saying.
It might be the
Nothing-
very first and very last time I ever meet you. So it's like,
Exactly.
it ain't gonna hurt me.
Nothing crazy to me. I be like, okay, miss.
And like, how would it affect you? Like, how they identify affect you as a man?
Wouldn't affect me at all.
Now you trying to start trouble.
And so,
Yeah.
hold on.
In terms of my thoughts in my head, I'll be like, why? But at the same time, it's like,
Not my
do
business.
I care?
Exactly.
And is it my problem?
Yes. Once you assess, just like Malik said, once you assess, do I care? Does it affect me? Then ultimately, all right, cool. You're living your life. That's your journey, not mine. I'm going to just respect what you say you are. If you said you're a girl, okay then. I respect you as such and I keep it pushing. I ain't about to, so you just go about it that way.
I agree with everything that everybody said here. The only issue that I have is that if you was to flip this, they're willing to march and protest because they're so offended. But if we were to take any type of slight offense, like it's just, now everybody's targeting us.
It depends, by.
Depending on how you look at it.
In terms of being offended, but like, isn't everyone in this world entitled to some type of opinion? What they
Yeah.
can go. I'm like,
Everybody's entitled.
obviously,
Everybody has their
everybody's
opinion,
gonna express it differently, whether it could be good or bad. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like,
My thing is just,
aren't you entitled to something
I mean,
in your own
again,
head?
Say what you want about yourself. Do what you want.
Right.
Like everybody said, it's not personally affecting me. All I'm saying is, you can't want the respect that you don't give when it comes to it. That's all I'm trying to get at.
What are your thoughts on this, Monica?
I mean, I just feel like what other people do doesn't affect me. Like, if someone is a biologically female, they identify as male. If they're biologically male, they identify as female. That affects me in absolutely no way.
Exactly, yes. Unless, there's a problematic situation that arises from said behavior. You know what I mean?
Like,
What problematic?
Like, in a more recent case, a person who's claiming to be a trans woman, but they still have the genitals of a man, and they enter a women's bathroom, and it causes an entire disaster situation.
Okay, so I just want to say real quick. So we were talking about a scenario that involved us personally. Now we're talking about, like, yeah, it still affects the person's scenario, but what you're talking about is a group, which is what I was bringing up. And yeah, definitely that sense where somebody's, I would say, rights are being violated, certainly.
Yeah, that's still somebody being personally affected by it.
But we're talking a big step from talking to somebody in passing to interacting with somebody on a physical level.
I mean,
Okay, I
they
see what
was
you're saying
also
there.
in a public place when that happened. They was taking advantage of how that public place's rules work to do what they did.
So let's just, for context,
we are
we're
jumping.
obviously talking about the transgender person that revealed themselves in a public spa. And
Yep.
they obviously had the equipment of anatomy that did not match the
Right.
sex of that bathroom.
Right.
And that's what caused the whole controversy. So again, when you have that physical interaction, I think that then changes the whole thing, because now you have to care,
Yes.
because you're involved directly. But in passing,
Right.
no.
In passing, no. Don't
Right.
affect you.
So
But, if that, if you say that you are, a biological male, but you're carrying, the female parts, you know what I mean? And then you're in a space where that could become problematic, then, you're creating a problem that shouldn't have happened in that instance. But if it's in passing, like Brian said, it's inconsequential. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing crazy.
inconsequential. Oh, I just want to say, so my whole story with improperly identifying somebody happened at, Cherry Valley. I was just trying to get some groceries, get some fruit so I could be healthy. And
Still ugly.
what happened? Somebody had dropped something, and I gestured to them saying, "Sir, excuse me." And it happened to be a whole woman. And I was mortified because I've been in situations where, I've unintentionally offended women, and it became such a big hoopla that did not need to happen. It was like the most innocent mistake. I said, one time this happened, literally. I said, did you use a filter on this? And when I tell you, this person blew up on me talking about, I don't need to use no filter. I'm perfect just the way I am. Mind you, they did use a filter on the photo, but
Still exposed for the filter, but they
right, but they were offended just at me saying that. So I was so mortified, just misidentifying a woman as a man, because now it's like I'm coming at their looks. So I can definitely see how this can offend people, but at the end of the day, I say just correct people. Say whatever pronoun you're most comfortable with and keep it pushing.